Alright, just want to make a quick video for you guys today. Working on a 2007 Mini Cooper S. This has got the turbo and 1.6 liter 6-speed. Common problem is the thermostat housing, which you can't really see because it's buried. It's right down there where that green clip is. They crack, they'll leak. In my particular situation, I bought an aftermarket one from Gates, which Gates is a pretty good brand. Installed it and immediately had the check engine light P0118, I believe. I'll have to double check on the code. I'll give you the correct code in the description. Basically, the code is for engine coolant temperature sensor high input. Now, you have to be careful if you're doing this job yourself, because as you can see down in there, the sensor itself is brown. On the factory one it's brown, on most aftermarket ones it's brown. This is the second one I've put in here because I thought it was a bad sensor. This sensor is removable, but I didn't realize that was the engine coolant temperature sensor. I thought that it was this sensor back here, which is also built into the thermostat. This one is truly built into the thermostat, whereas the engine coolant temperature sensor is removable. So I thought that was the engine coolant temperature sensor. So I got another thermostat. I got one from Mini Cooper this time. Put this one on, had the same code. I was like, there's no way I got two bad sensors in a row. What it boils down to is you got this clip right here, this connector. Actually, you would think, because it's got a brown end on it, you would think it goes into the coolant temperature sensor. It actually goes into this sensor on the air inlet. And the correct sensor that goes into that coolant temperature sensor, or the correct connector rather, that goes into that coolant temperature sensor, has a green tip on the end. So be careful. Long story short, be careful and pay close attention, because the connectors are interchangeable, and I had them backwards. So I had the one for this one here, I had supposed to go into the air inlet. I don't know what sensor that is, but it's supposed to go into there. I had it plugged into the coolant temperature sensor, and for the coolant temperature sensor, I had that sensor plugged into the air inlet. The only code I got was the P0118 for the coolant temperature sensor. So I thought maybe it's a bad sensor. I kind of assumed. Never supposed to assume. You make an ass out of yourself when you assume. So now I finally figured out, after two thermostats, luckily I could return the first one, that it was my error in wiring. So I just wanted to share that tip, that don't mix up your connectors. The brown one does indeed go to the air inlet. The green one does indeed go to the coolant temperature sensor. Hope this helps anybody out who's chasing their self around on a Mini Cooper.